This is Nick Pino from TechRadar.com, and this is a quick guide to improving your iPhone's battery life. iPhones are great, but one of the most common complaints about them is how short their battery life is. If you get annoyed at how fast your iPhone burns through its battery, watch this video for tips and tricks on how to improve the amount of time it lasts between charges. Let's start with low power mode, a new feature on iOS 9 that will help you preserve the life of your phone. You can access this by going into Settings, selecting Battery, and then turning on Low Power Mode. Or, if you wait until your phone gets below 20%, a message will appear automatically asking if you want to turn it on. By switching Low Power Mode on, mail fetching, automatic downloads, and some visual effects will be paused. Bluetooth is one of the features on an iPhone that we might not always use, but if we leave it on, it eats up battery life in the background. So, if you're not currently using a Bluetooth device, swipe up from the bottom of the screen to open Control Center and turn it off. Like Bluetooth, AirDrop is another iPhone feature that's helpful if you use it, but if you don't, then it will sit there using up battery life anyway. To turn it off, swipe up from the bottom of the screen to open Control Center, tap AirDrop, and select off. The iPhone's display is also a major culprit when it comes to draining battery life, especially on the larger screens of the iPhones. To help combat this, go into Settings and tap on Display and Brightness. If you turn on Auto Brightness, your iPhone will automatically dim the screen in the appropriate conditions. You can also manually adjust the screen's brightness by opening up the Control Center panel and moving the slider. Where possible, use a Wi-Fi connection for browsing the web, rather than your LTE, 4G, or 3G mobile connection, because this is more power efficient. You can switch off cellular data by going to Settings, tapping on Cellular, and setting the cellular data switch to the off position. Your iPhone is constantly using GPS, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth technology to pinpoint your location for apps such as weather and maps. This is an understandable and practical feature. However, having them running in the background also uses up a lot of battery. To turn it off, go to Settings, Privacy, then Location Services. Turning Location Services off will lengthen the time between charges. However, some apps might not function as well or at all without it. Another problem is that some apps on your iPhone will send you alerts periodically to get your attention. While some of these are helpful, others can be a nuisance. Worst of all, they use up a lot of battery life. To turn off notifications from apps you don't want to be bothered by, go to Settings, then Notification Center, and then tap on an app you want to ignore and select None under Alert Style, and turn off badge icon and sounds. If you can live without a bit of visual flair, then you can lengthen your phone's battery life by turning off certain animations. One way to save energy is by changing a moving wallpaper to a static image. Another way to do it is to open up Settings, tap on General, and then Accessibility, and turn on Reduce Motion. Some apps will refresh themselves in the background when you're not using them, which drains the iPhone's battery. To prevent this from happening, open up Settings, then tap on General, and select Background App Refresh, and choose the apps you want to prevent from using this feature. Don't know where to start? Facebook is a particularly battery-hungry app. Another way to help prolong your battery life is to turn off vibrations on your iPhone. Go to Settings, then Sounds, and then set Vibrate on Ring to off. If you're still struggling to boost your iPhone's battery, you might want to look into a rechargeable battery pack that plugs into your iPhone and gives it additional energy when you're running low. Apple has recently started selling the Smart Battery Case, which attaches to your iPhone and extends the battery life. It's a good option if your phone's battery refuses to cooperate and you don't mind a bulky case on the phone. After following these steps, your iPhone's battery should have kicked its energy addiction. We have lots more tips and tricks for getting the most out of your iPhone at TechRadar.com. Click the link below to find out more.